Hi, I'm Lee Keckner. Welcome to Coming Home 33 Days of Self-Care. If you would please join me in 3 grounding breaths. And today we're going to do a breath in through our nose for 3, hold it for 2, exhale out of our mouth for 4. 3, 2, 4. We're going to breathe through the helicopter. Okay. Oh yeah, you can hear me. I'll ignore the plane or the helicopter. Okay. So in through our nose. 3, hold it for 2, and out of our mouth for 4. 2, 3, 4. In through our nose. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 2. Out of our mouth for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In through our nose for 3. Hold it for 2. And out of your mouth. That little pause is really nice because it allows you to just, although you're focusing on your breath and you're coming into relaxation, it allows you to pause. And taking a pause in every situation and everything that happens or everything that comes forward in our life, taking a little pause before so we can check in and we can move to our heart and we can respond accordingly. I wonder if something's going down. There's police helicopters. Okay, here's what we're talking about today. Thank her or thank him. We're going to thank our younger selves. We have gone in and said we're sorry. We created a safe place. We've done a lot of lovely things. And today we're going to just be in gratitude and thank our younger selves and realizing how much we went through, how resilient we were, how much we had to carry. All of those things are such magnificent things that our little kids did, our little selves, our younger selves did. Last night, I went to Iyanla Vanzant. Iyanla Vanzant's thing. She had like a sellout crowd, and I went to watch her speak, and it was really amazing. And it was inspiring because that's what I want to do. Is basically a one-woman show with spiritual stories kind of wrapped inside of it. I really loved it. And she talked about infantile tantrums. And she was literally imitating a baby, like when you're really little and you're hungry or you want your diaper changed or you want a pacifier, you just go, ah! And you just wait because you know something's coming. And then if it doesn't, you go, wait a second. Ah! And then if it still doesn't come, you kick into a infantile temper tantrum, and she did this funny way she did it, but it was like, you know, where you're crying so hard that nothing even comes out when you're a baby. So she was doing that, and she said, we learned that when we were young. You know, we kind of cry and somebody helps us, and once that need's not met, it sends us into a tailspin, and we lose our shit. And she was talking about a great way to stop that as an adult is as soon as you feel that temper tantrum or that rage or that pouty or that crying or that victim mode, she goes, film yourself with your phone. Like that's the fastest way to stop it, which cracked me up. But I was just thinking that she was talking about her younger self and that we all have that inside of us. I really noticed the biggest difference between my adult self and my younger self when I went into therapy. So after I met my husband, David, it was my first really like love relationship at that level. And I kept getting drunk and picking fights. And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. And he said, well, let's go see a therapist. And this was before we were married. We went to see a therapist. After the first session, she said, I would like you to come back by yourself. She said it to me, which of course pissed me off. But I went back for 2 years. And I remember the first 6 months, I just cried. I would sit down and she'd say, so what's going on? I was like, nothing, things are great. And then she'd say one thing to me, and I can't remember what it was, and I would just start bawling. And literally, I would cry the whole session. And at the end, I was like, am I ever going to be able to talk? And she said, you have 30 years of crying to do. Because I acted tough, and I held my childhood story that I had to do everything, and I didn't need anyone, and nothing mattered, and like this. I had held it till I was 30, and I just cried, and I had to double up twice a week for 6 months. But after 2 years, I learned so much about myself And I learned why I acted the ways I acted. And I used to call myself like pretty gnarly names because I made out with a lot of people. And then she said, no, you were just looking for love and you didn't know how to get it. So you were trying it in all different ways. And she showed me so many beautiful sides of myself. And I remember starting therapy thinking I was a badass woman, which I still am, but in a good way. But I was a tough ass and strong and partier and fast and all these kind of things. But I got to like step out and look at the situation and realize I did that because I had to. I did that because that's how I survived my childhood, or I navigated it, or I got through it. And then all of a sudden I was still in that at 30, being this tough person. And as that story started to melt and as I started having compassion for myself, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not a tough ass, I'm sensitive. I'm not a mean person, I'm kind-hearted. I'm not a tomboy, I'm creative and girly. I mean, literally, who I really was, I got to start seeing for the first time. And that person has elevated, and the other is still remnants in there. Like, I still have those infantile tantrums. But who I truly am and my true self, more connected to my soul and my heart and not my old stories, is who I am today. So I'm going to go in today and I'm going to offer you to do the same when we're done and you close your eyes and connect with your younger self, that you go in and thank her, that you tell her that she doesn't have to prove herself anymore. And now it's your turn, the adult, to take the lead, to take the wheel, to drive your life. I remember I was talking to somebody not too long ago and he said, yeah, my little boy's running the show. I mean, he's running the show. And he thought that was kind of cute, and his little boy was all strong and stuff. And I thought, wow, that's a big ass grown man's body and a little boy's having to lug all that around. I was like, maybe it's time, and I'm sure I didn't say this, or maybe I did say this too directly, but I said, maybe it's time to let that little boy off the hook, to let him know he did his job and to thank him and to step up as a man with your man brain and your knowings that we didn't have when we were little, and start healing that little boy so he can sit down for a minute and take a breath and maybe eat some popcorn and watch a movie. So as you take control of your life, you step up, you start to drive your ship or guide your life. You're going to do it with your younger self, of course, but you're going to allow your younger self to move from feelings of sadness and being alone to happiness and freedom. We want our little kid to be able to celebrate with us, not have to do the work anymore for us. So as we go in and hold our younger selves and love them, we can kind of let them know, not only do I thank you, and I see how resilient you were and how strong you were to persevere for that with your little mind and how hard that, just thank you for getting me here. Now, relax, sit in the beanbag or on the waterbed or the hanging chair or whatever you've created in your mind. Sit in there while I move us forward in a powerful way. So just thanking your younger self for being powerful and allowing your adult self to step up for her in a powerful way. God, we are grateful for every situation that got us where we are today, because it has made us who we are. And the skin knees and the kicks in the stomach and the bone-crushing pains of our life are the places where the light can come through and break through. It's where we can stand up stronger and put together stronger. Be with us as we explore our younger selves, because it's so tender. And our younger self is so sweet and endured so much. And just let us be in gratitude and share with our younger self how amazing they have been and how we'd like to step up now. Showering love and light around the world. A special prayer for those who are feeling ill, or whose minds are ill, or their bodies are talking to them in a powerful way. Let us hear what they're saying so that we can heal. Amen. Amen, you guys. I'm sorry I got so close to the camera today, but I was competing with the police helicopter. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow on day number 9. The stuff starts to fly once we get going. Good job, and connect with your younger self, hand over your heart, open your journal when we're done, and write in there 3 to 5 minutes, and make sure to thank her. Maybe the thing you say at the very end is just, thank you for getting me here. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for navigating and enduring what you did so beautifully. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.